everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Fairy and Dragon Makeup Tutorials. I'm Fairy. I didn't have much planned for this week or episode, so instead of concocting my own idea, I went ahead and crowdsourced it. And one of my dear friends recommended that I do an Ice Queen or Elsa Frozen inspired sort of look. So I am kind of loosely taking that to be Ice Queen, and I'm going to be using blues and silvers and just kind of playing around with makeup. So rather than this being a formal tutorial, this will be, I'm going to play and experiment and see what happens. And I really, really recommend this for people who are interested in makeup as expression rather than in makeup as a way to enhance features, just because I think that sometimes exploring and being kind of silly with it is the best way to get looks that will be more what you want and less like what you should supposedly be doing with it. Alright, I did already go ahead and do foundation and cover up. I did not do contouring yet. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. My nice shimmer. This is from SauceBox Cosmetics. And I'm going to apply this super, super, super liberally because I want to go more pale and sparkly. I'm probably not going to use bronzer today, but we'll see. I'm going to start off with bronzer. Lots and lots and lots of this. It's a little bit difficult to see exactly how much I'm putting on given the quality of the light. It's shining on my face a little. Yeah, that's not any better. I tried. Brows. On the cheeks. Not that I really need more on the cheeks, but you know. Oops. Nose. Alright. I'm going to skip blush for now just because I think that I might end up using eyeshadow as blush today. Grab some primer. I don't usually use this strictly as suggested, but I'm also running kind of low, so. This is the Urban Decay neutral color. Let's see. I think that to start with my eyeshadow look, I'm going to go ahead and use this cheap Wet n Wild white color just to go ahead and get a baseline going. Yeah. Go all over. It's flying through the air. And that's the other thing, is that like if you're playing around with looks, it's not really important to put the best of the best on just to get an idea of how things look and work. Sometimes the cheap stuff will do a fine job of that. Okay. Now the current thing I'm trying to decide is whether I want to do a gradient going from up here, more blue on around the brow, and more white around the eyelashes, or vice versa. And I think that I generally tend to do the darker colors on the lids and the lighter colors up here. So I think today I'm going to intentionally reverse that. Let's see. I think for the next color, I want a different brush. Still my Naked Palettes brush for a second. I'm a little low on eyeshadow brushes. For the next color, I'm going to go ahead and use SauceBox's colors. I'm going to use this blue. This is Aquarama. I'm going to start it up by the eyebrows and work downwards. Yeah. And just blend it in really well so that, like right now it's a nice icy blue. I think that I want to go a little more extreme with this. And then add back in other silvers maybe. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We'll still kind of try to do the dark colors on the outsides, I think. Then under, I'll come up with the blue, I think, too. This looks really interesting because I don't usually use this much blue eyeshadow just because my eyes are blue. And I think it has a tendency to kind of fade my eyes out. I should probably like start playing music or something for you guys, but right now this is almost a subdued look for me. It'll be more obvious what's going on, I think, once my lips start getting different colors. Let's see. And then I always end up gravitating toward Urban Decay at this point. But so I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this just pretty basic Revlon Colorstay Smoky eyeshadow. This is a good intermediate color, I think. I think it's still not quite as bright as I want it to be for the final step in this. If I happen to have any viewers who are musicians who want to give me music to play during videos, I would be really excited about that. Just by the way. It's okay. It's not blending super well, but I think that's the fault of the difference in consistencies. And I'll go ahead and I'll pull out my Urban Decay at this point. The Vice 2 palette. It's gotten a lot of use. I'll use Shellshock. This one this here. It's too bright for the camera, but yeah. So I'm really enjoying this. There's some crazy sparkle happening, especially like right around here. Yeah. So these look really pretty, conventionally pretty, I think, at this point in terms of makeup. So I mean, you could just stop here if this is about where you wanted to be. Where did my eyeliners go? Oh. Okay. Again, this is just a Wet n Wild crayon or pencil. It's a dark blue. And I'm going to actually take this under the eye. And that one I'm going to leave kind of thick because I'm going to bring it down in just a second. I'm going to do like a shattered, like, sort of look. Bring that down. And see, now we're starting to get kind of weird. So that's exciting. I'm just sort of playing with angles. My other eyeliner fell in the sink, so that explains that. And this one, this one's a lighter color. Also just a drugstore brand, just NYX. And I'm gonna bring this up over my lashes instead of under, just to kind of. I think at this point, the fact that this is such a similar color to my eyeshadow makes it more about me feeling good about having eyeliner on. Although I'll bring it here. I'll bring it down a little bit over the crack lines. So it'll add just a tiny, tiny bit of definition and emphasis to it. So we're here now. Nice and jagged. Okay, I'm going to take one more drink of my wine before I move on to my lips. Okay, so I'm going to start off using Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics Lip Tar. This stuff is not something that I usually pull out because while it's a lot of fun, it's also super messy and I can never keep it quite on my lips no matter what I do. Coloring in the lines. I just get some on my teeth when I do this. Always. I mean, it helps to remember that I'm basically a small child doing this at this point, so. There are not that many 4-year-olds who could apply lip makeup and keep it totally on the lips and not, going in the mouth. And since I already look a little bit on the weird side, I'm going to go ahead and move outside of my lip line. So now we're at a pretty extreme look. This is probably something that I would do for a party. I'm also kind of weird, so we're probably a little beyond normalcy, but I think I'm going to actually tone it down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to experiment with adding eyeshadow to the lips at this point. This is not something that I've done before, so try to be a little patient with me. I'm also going to go ahead and use, again, the Wet n Wild. I'm going to use the silver this time, although I might venture into the white. And then again, we're kind of tasked with the question of whether I want to move outward or inward, and I think I'm going to go get it closer to my mouth so that the arches on my lips are still pretty preserved. This makes it look nice, like snow almost. Alright, so at the bottom part down, you go upward. I need to blend this out a little bit better, but this is almost exactly where I wanted to be with my lips. So that's pleasant. See, and so there we go. That's running. Okay. Okay, and I still don't have anything on my cheeks really. So I got a couple of options here. Now I don't have any colored blushes. They do exist. I don't own any. So I could use eyeshadow or I could use lip tar. And the color scheme that I'm working with, I could go either silver or blue. Or I think I'm actually I'm gonna go with this gray again. The same one that I used to kind of line my lips up. I'm gonna use a nice huge blush brush. This is some cheap eyeshadow, so I feel a lot more okay with just kind of messing with it and using all of it up. And bring this in. And you know, actually, now that I'm doing this, I think that rather than using this as blush, I'm going to use this as a secondary highlighter and just kind of dull my face out a little bit with it. Setting it over everything, over the lines. I'm going to go over the lines again in a second too, I think. This, over this, bring it out. And I'm going to use this darker blue. It's a blush. Got the corners a little bit. And then, alright, this is Wet n Wild's off-brand Fantasy Makers. This is like a creamy eyeshadow, or intended eyeshadow. glitter palette thing. I'm going to go ahead and go over the creases with it, with this dark blue color right here. It's real thick. I just want that to be more prominent. I think it's meant to be a black. It reads to me as dark blue, but yeah, it looks black on here. That's fine. That still works. I'm gonna go over the edges of my lips with this too. Doesn't need to be super precise because it's not like this isn't organic, like a super pristine sort of look. If any of you make it to my website, this is basically how I do visual art too. This sort of experimentation. I think that we're just about there. To lighten up this blush a little bit. Blush eyeshadow. Oh, I should do brows. Okay. So my brows are the thing that's kind of holding this in the realm of normal, I think, right now. So I'm going to go back over that with this really dark blue blush. Blue pencil. Yeah, this is adding an extremeness to the look, I think. That wasn't quite making it there. Kind of bring it up in a peak and down. Woo. Yeah. All right, I think we're just about done now. We'll kind of bring this in. I'm gonna take some powder over that. You hear doors when they caught doing weird makeup. Woo! All right, yeah, okay. So I think that this is about where I'm gonna stop for today. If you had it, you could also go over the mascara with either like a white or a silver. I'm probably just going to leave mine because I don't have that, and I don't think that I want to break it up with black. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching me play around with the makeup. I'll be back at some other point with some new tutorial, or hopefully I can do a book review or something at this point. All right, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.